Today we're going to go through the steps necessary to color the file manager. So let me start my Rox by Super and R, and here's the white default background, and let me just show you what we hopefully will end up by clicking this. So we want to colorize the background, and also we'll have to colorize the foreground fonts. So there are several steps necessary. So let me just start the Genie, which I've already got it ready for. And this is the piece of code that will be necessary in this particular file, .gtkrc-2.0. So here's the file, and here is the code that will be necessary, and I will go ahead and put that under description of this video. Although I have some knowledge of Bash, I don't know exactly how this works. But an important thing is that we want to remember this file that we need to create is rox.background.png. So we'll go through the steps necessary to go ahead and we'll just minimize this window, super downward arrow, and then we'll start. Easiest way to do this is by application GIMP, which you can install, but what's already installed on a basic 32-bit program is MT Paint. So we'll go ahead and start the terminal by Super T and MT Paint, and we'll go ahead and open it up in the background. So here's the program. So what we want to do is create that file. So first step is we go through to the bucket icon, and this fills whatever the color you want on the background. So we'll go to that, and we'll have to pick one of the colors, and we can, I don't know, we can see if we can pick this color, and then simply pour it onto the screen. So this will be our background when we open Rox. And what we want to do is we want to save it, save as, and then we want to save it in the root, of course, and this has to be roxbg.png, and then we'll save it. Okay, and now we close the application, Alt F4, and then we can go ahead and further close this by exit. Now we can see by looking at the root directory that there is a highlighted file, roxbg.png. So now what we need to do is we need to activate it. So we can do that easily with a terminal command, again, Super T in my keyboard, and we will give it a simple command of JWM reload, so it reloads the configuration file, JWM, and restart. We can do that in the background. This ampersand sign just means that I want this done first and this done second. So let's just see what happens. Nothing happens. Well, oh, here it is. It's just real slow. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get out of that. And because this program is already open before we triggered the restart of JWM, we'll go ahead and close it, and hopefully when we open up, and we'll close this also. So hopefully when we let's see what happens. Oh, here's the background that we created, but you can't really see the fonts very well. So what you have to do is go to the right options. But we've already created the keyboard the last time, Control O. So we'll just go back and then Control O, and it triggers this window. And all you have to do is go down to the colors, and then I went through the trouble. And then what we want to do is just click it here. So in your fresh install, what you may have to do is you may have to change the colors. For example, directory is this color, so we can just make a change to slightly different. See, and we'll just make it slightly lighter and see what happens. And then we'll go enter, and then we'll say OK. So it's actually changed a little bit. So let me just try to make it more dramatic. So Control O and colors. And we'll make it this regular file, which is very white here, and we'll make that just for demonstration purposes, make it very dark. Okay, and then, so you actually changed already. Okay, so we'll just make it go back to the white. Whatever you want, you can actually, we can just, if you want to copy a background from whatever that you can see, but in our case, so we can, if you like this color, just click it there and it'll duplicate it, and then OK, and then we'll, it's actually what it already has done is so this is basically what you want to do with the other colors. So with error, you want to get a very red or a very yellow color. Let me just go back and way up here, and then OK. But because there's no file that shows error, it doesn't, but you get the basic idea. So let me just put it OK. So this is how you create a background